Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back. I am your host, Azrin, and you are with me in another episode of the Kendama News Network. Kind of sorry about last month. I would like to do the best I can for the Downspike Community Edit 3. If you haven't seen that one, it is. The link is somewhere here. Here? Here. Here. Anyway, so if you haven't seen that one yet, do pay a visit. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm hoping the next time I get a chance to edit it, it'll be even better than the last one. So anyway, I'm back. I'm back in January. And what's up, guys? Happy New Year. I know I'm 1 month late. It's already February anyway. I hope 2018 is going to be a great year for Kendama. We are going to do some recap on January news starting now. I am going to start off with a completely shaved Rolf. Have you seen a completely shaved Rolf? Now you have. Moving on. Okay, so I found this from Rubina Yakabi's Insta story, and this downright my head up. And what it is, it's from a Japanese variety show. So there's this dude who was given a kendama on a plate. I don't know why. And then he takes it off the plate. He inspects it for a bit, and I don't know what's been said because everything's in Japanese. But he seems like he's a little bit hesitant about it, and he just takes a bite, and I'm like, what? And then I find out that the kendama is actually made of chocolate. And I thought that was both a rad idea and at the same time something that really screwed my head up pretty bad. But I thought it's something that I should share with you guys. So yeah, kendama chocolate. It's pretty hype. Moving on to Dama and product releases, and I'm gonna start off with Crumb this month. First up, the Terra and Crumb DOTD Slay Dog. So if you don't know what DOTD is, it stands for Dama on the Drive. It is an experimental collab between Terra and Crumb, and this happened in 2017. This happened last year. It's a retail shop that is also a jam space, and on the wall of DOTD there's a bunch of damas that uh, Alex Smith and Rod and the people at Terra have collected throughout the years that you could try out. DOTD had a really good run. It hosted jams, it hosted events, but with most good things, it had to come to an end. Terra decided to focus more on the art shop and the back end of it. So DOTD has to go, and I'm sad to say this, but there's something good that came out of it, which is the DOTD Slay Dog. What is it? Well, it's a Slay Dog, right? I mean, simple enough. But it's full beach, obviously log clear, and you have the DOTD Tama design, brand new Tama design for a Slay Dog. Uh, and also pretty much everything else that you can come to expect on the Slay Dog. So that's that. I mean, man, I really hope to visit Terra someday. I hope this collaboration will come back again in the future. I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, Terra's gonna do what they gotta do, and it is completely understandable. Back in November, I told you about the new champion apparel that Crumb released on the US website, and I had a small bone to pick with them because they only released it on the US website and they looked so hype. 2 months later, they are now available on the international website. In case you forgot what they look like, this is it. There's some hoodies, there's some t-shirts. My particular favorite is the black t-shirt with the white Crumb logo. That's hype. So it's available on the international site, as I have said. Go check it out. Alright, moving on to sweets. The Galaga Pro Mods are finally officially released on the online web store. What are the Pro Mods? Well, both of them are Prime Maple cans, and they also have Prime Coat on a Beach Tama. They have marbling paint effects, and those are designed by Minnesota local Stephen Maxim. The rest are designed by Nick and Zach, respectively. Names are engraved on the big and small cup, the ridge, that is. Nick and Zach logo engraved on the base cup, the NZ logo that you saw, colored string bearing bead, and also a tiny percentage of the profits go to the players themselves. So if you support either Nick or Zach, or if you support them both, you can buy their pro mods What are they exactly, and what's the differences? Well, the Nick mod has a blue marble paint, and there's two white stripes overlaying the center of the Tama. And there's a bunch of tight lines at the bottom 30. Helps with tracking. It's sort of a mesh engraving on the can to help with grip. The Zac mod is a black marble paint, and there's a yin yang logo on top, which is kind of what the Nick and Zac brothers are. One's left-handed, one's right-handed. Both have really similar styles of play, but they seem to complete each other, for the lack of a better word. And also a bunch of tight lines again at the bottom 30. Helps again with tracking. Same motif. It's also engraved on the can for the Zac mod, so that again helps with grip. As of right now, at the time of recording, they are sold out. But do keep on checking Sweet's Instagram, and check out the Insta stories to see if the Nick and Zach mods are back in stock. Check Nick and Zach Gallagher's respective Instagrams to see updates on the Pro mods if you would like to get one. As a follow up to the recently released rib beanies I mentioned in the last episode, Sweets released a blue and red one, and now they followed up with black. So if you don't like either blue or red, and you want to find a safe color to go with your apparel, black is the one to go for it. It's great for the cool weather, so go check out the website. And they've also released Rustic Ash next gen homegrown, and that was released initially at Bella the Border, BATB. That has since been released online. And what is a Rustic Ash? Well, it's Ash next gen cans. They come in your choice of either Kush Clear or Pro Clear. There's a sparkle paint, as they put it. It comes in two colors. It comes in either wine red ish. They call it sangria, and also an emerald color they call jade. And I do implore you to again check out the Sweets website if you want to get one of these. You've probably seen Nick Gallagher wear this while on the stage during MKO or after MKO. These are called the Sweets sleek satin jackets. These are finally released online. They come in three colors, either green, red, or black. They have embroidery, beautiful embroidery. They have matching pocket trims for each color. They have quilt stitching to keep you warm. And for all of these things that they provide, it doesn't really cost a bomb. I think this is amazing. It costs $80 for all of the features I mentioned to you, and I'm guessing they don't make a lot of these things, so do cop them up while you still could. One of the biggest news in January is that Sweets announced and released the version 10 Prime Customs. So in this particular release, Sweets not only released 3 models, but Sweets went ham and released 5 new models, and none of them are beach. So I'm going to explain to you in a bit, okay? So, yeah, you heard me. None of them are beach. Sweets really went crazy on this one, and the names are hilariously punny as well. And first up, we have the Asteroid Belt, which, of course, as the name implies, it's ash. So it is the very first Ash Prime, and featuring the new Jade Flake paint with white striped Tama. This one comes with Pro Clear, and I forgot to mention to you earlier, but Pro Clears are coming back for Sweets. So if you've enjoyed the Pro Clears, now's your chance to try one. Next up is the Baja Bamboo, of course, bamboo, and you heard me right again. This is the very first bamboo kendama for Sweets, and this went up. I think this is pretty hype. This has a 50-50 natty seafoam to white fade paint on it. The white fade, I think I like that a little bit. The paint also has the jade flakes, from the asteroid belt. This comes in Pro Clear, and as I mentioned to you, this is a rarity. I don't know if Sweets will be making any more of these bamboo cans, bamboo setups. So I think if you're a fan of bamboos and you've been a fan of sweet stuff, it's a no-brainer. Third up is Splatteraptor. Oh my god, these names. Splatteraptor, and this is a Purple Heart Ken. And obviously, this one pays homage to Terra's beta series from way back. Terra did a Purple Heart Ken with the white Dama, if you guys remember that. So to make it Sweet's own, they added a stripe at the bottom, and then also finished it with splatter. And I think it looks really nice. This one, however, comes in Kush Clear, so you might want to check out that one too. Number 4 is Patagonia. This one is a faux maple prime. This is inspired by two things, of course, the clothing company Patagonia, and also the actual location Patagonia. Patagonia has excellent sunset, sunrise views, and this is what they were trying to envision with the Tama colors. It is an orange Tama with a thick blue fade stripe. This is also a Kush Clear. And last but not least, the hot chocolate. This is a Zebrano can. Yes, you've heard it right. And this is the very first Zebrano can for sweets. I've always liked Zebrano aesthetically because they look really nice, tight, pronounced grains, and it's not really heavy, and it's pretty fun to play with. I've had the opportunity to have the Kendama USA Zebrano back then, and I still love how it looks. This particular one comes with a triple stripe, a black, gold, white stripe. This one is also covered in Kush Clear, and these are the 5 that have come out. And all in all, I I welcome Sweets for trying to be really diverse in the wood offerings, in the choices that they can make for their customers. And it really goes to show that even if you're one of the biggest names in the company, I mean, you never rest easy, right? So just you gotta keep pushing yourself forward, and I respect that. And this one is just in earlier on as I was propping up the set. Treats finally releases the Mugen homegrown for online sales. If you remember my news from MKO a couple of months back, Sweets released a special collaboration with Kazuma Iwata, the maker of the Mugen Muso, and what Sweets has done with Kazuma is that Sweets has I'm not sure if it's maple or I think it's maple, but what it is, he's taken a maple next gen homegrown and asked Kazuma to paint his paint on it, but it's not just any paint. It is the Mugen paint from the days when Kazuma was with JK. So that's it, we pretty much call it OG Mugens. So that particular paint is on a next gen Ken, and I think that looks amazing. And this will be available on 2nd of February for, I believe it should be $100, and it is only fair to charge that much for this piece of history. So if you're considering of getting one, if you've always wanted to get it, if you weren't fortunate enough to be at MKO to get one of these, be sure to be quick. If I'm not mistaken, like I don't know, I think very little of these are made. There are more colors that will be made in the future, but this particular color will not be painted anymore. So please get ready, guys. And then of course, to tie it all up, Sweets has made one of the best decisions for international customers such as me, and Sweets has gone ahead and reduced shipping rates for over 30 countries. I implore you to go check out the Sweets website and see if your country is on that list. One of the biggest deciding factors for me for buying things from Kendama companies is shipping rates, and I've always held back to buy things from Sweets because of that. And now that they've reduced prices for international shipping, I think it's a no-brainer, guys. It's so many things are available from Sweets this month. The V10s, the next month there'll be the next gen Mugen. Also, whenever they come back in stock, the Nick and Zack mods, the Sweets jackets, so many things, so much hype. Do yourself a favor. I implore you to go check out the Sweets website today. Alright, moving on to Deal With It GT and RWB. Deal With It ventures into skating. And Matt Rice has mentioned that he's always wanted to do Deal With It goods for skating as well. So here we have it. Deal With It brand inline skating wheels, obviously for inline skating. The design looks nice. It's very simple. I believe it's the Deal With It hiragana spelling together with the Deal With It dog logo on a black wheel, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember the picture, but you'll see it here. So if you're into inline skating and you've always been a fan of Deal With It, now's your chance. Moving on to Grain Theory, they have dropped a new batch of captains. Obviously, they sell out like almost immediately, as with most Grain Theory things. They've also redropped the Apis. And I say redrop because some of you may not know that about 2.5 years ago in 2015, Grain Theory dropped a Hickory setup with a beeswax Dama, and they called it Apis. And Grain Theory brought this back this time around, and of course, it's sold out fast. Of course. Moving on to RWB, they also dropped the new batch, or rather, redropped the new batch. Classics and OGs were up, Ash and Maple, and it sold out in just a few hours, such as RWB. Moving on to the rest of the Americas, Yancy releases a version 3 shape, and this one features a gripped can of sorts. There's lots of long, thin lines engraved on the can. It kind of helps with grip. There's also horizontal serrado grains for, I don't know, for aesthetics, I guess. It looks great. Rounded cup edges, and a base cup redux, which is basically a drilled base cup hole. And the apex cup size, I'm guessing this is what Yancy means by a bigger cup size. Also a new bevel. Yancy has released a new Kendama in this shape, in this V3 shape. It is called the Buffalo, and I am not quite sure what the wood was. I did not find that out. Sorry about that. But I can say that the trip stripe in the middle is pretty nice. It's pretty awesome. I think they're sold out as of now, though. So you might want to keep checking Yancy's Instagram for updates and stuff. Next up is a new company called Fritz Kendamas. They popped up in December. I don't know where from. They have a nice logo, a very simple single line logo. And they've teased the new Kendama, which is launching this month. And the first model of Fritz Kendamas is called the Falcon. What is the Falcon? It is a full beach classic 16-2 shape, aka the JKA shape. Bigger bevel and cups, glossy stick, and also a 70-30 natty blue Dama. They are on Instagram. They do also have a big cartel shop, I think. You can just head over to the Instagram, and the link to the shop will be at the bio. Pineapple Kendamas releases some new, and they've released 2 new series for this month. First up is called the Fruit Series. This is full beach, silk paint, 70-30 split. Your choice of either raspberry, orange, blueberry, kiwi, or strawberry. And these are delicious looking colors, and they come with the matching color bag as well. The second one is called the Silk Series, and as the name implies, it is a rubber coating Dama. But this is a solid color Dama. Instead, there is no split. is either your choice of green, orange, or pink. Moving on to Sol Kendamas, they have previewed the Sol vibes. These are not released yet, but there are 11 new designs, 7 of which are previewed at Bella at the Border, and each design inspired from each team member. These are all silk painted tamas, and they're all maple cans. And the first design I want to tell you about is called the Alaskan Pipeline. It is created by Lyndon Whalen. It is Alaskan naval blue with a white stripe. Second up is the Daydreamer, designed by Wesley Karkanen. It's a pretty nice light color palette with a white bottom layer, which helps with tracking. The Magellan, which is created by Will Scheibe, yellow and black stripe, very simple, very minimal. The Mahi Mahi by Alex Mitchell, which is a turquoise, mustard, and navy blue stripe. Old Fashioned, inspired by the same drink. If you're a particular fan of Mad Men, and if you always see Don Draper ordering a Old Fashioned, this is what it's inspired from. This is from Evan DeRube. It is inspired by, of course, as I said, it's inspired by the whiskey of the same name. It is a yellow with a maroon stripe Tama. Next up is Pink Lemonade, and this is by Ali Koenig, and it has some light pastel colors. There's a yellow half split to natty. It's a pretty clean, pretty fresh design. Next up is Slice of Paradise by Kevin DeSoto. Cool colors. The easiest way I can explain this design to you is a Microsoft Excel pie chart. That's literally what it is. There's a wedge in the middle. This design is unheard of in Kendama. I mean, if it floats your boat, I think it's great. But I don't know. Next up is Static Shock by Aaron Mullins, and this is a white tama with a yellow blue stripe. And then we have Strawberry Milk by Chad Covington himself. It's a sky blue white half split with a pink stripe right through the middle of the tama. Then there's the Expedition, which I'm not sure who did it, but it's a brown tama with a trip stripe. And the Yinzer, inspired by Pittsburgh, the town of Pittsburgh, the city of Pittsburgh, town of I'm sorry, I'm not really sure, but it's inspired by Pittsburgh. It's a black, yellow, white, and later that month, Seoul also released painted cups kendamas as part of an Opposite Day celebration. So instead of painting the tama, Seoul went ahead and painted cups. It made for a truly novel combination. It was made available in either sticky or rubber, and this is a full maple Seoul shape, and it's only available during Opposite Day. So if you missed it, tough luck. Next up, Cobra Kendama launched some new, and this one is a collab series from Cobra Kendama. This is called the Cobra Wrapped Kendama. This is done in collaboration with Derek Hendrickson, a pretty well-known wood burner in the Kendama community. This is Woodburn Beach, I think. Only 4 were made, and the detail on these are amazing. If you are one of those 4 that got it, oh man, I'm jealous of you. Kendama Minneapolis releases some new, and they're back, by the way. They have a huge drop, and it's called the Snow Cones. These tamas are coated with the Sweets Cushion Clear, 6 colors in all, and as the name implies, they're all ice cream flavors, so these look delish. Coming back to Terra releases the Destroy All Damas hoodie. When they've made their Destroy All Damas tee a hit, Terra now made the Destroy All Dama tee into a hoodie. It's perfect for the cold weather sesh. It looks hype. I would implore you to check out the Terra website as well. Towards the end of the month, Rez releases a newish shape. This newish shape, or rather this particular model, is called the Charlie B. There's small updates to the design. This particular shape is commissioned by RWB. There's a taller spike. There's slightly different ring stall. Now it comes with a drill base cup and it looks super hype. It's only available in yellow at the moment, and I think by this particular time, I mean by the time I'm reading this and by the time it releases out to you guys, it has sold out. So I'm sorry about that. As usual, if you want to get a hold of Rez, please do so on his Instagram and stay tuned for his drops. He is very diligent in announcing drops almost every month, so always stay tuned. Next up, another new company, Yasai Kendamas. Not exactly new either. They started popping up in late November. It missed my radar on the news that month. I'm not sure why. But anyway, Yasai means vegetable in Japanese, and naturally, pun intended, the first product is called Onion. It features a simple purple tama, sticky clear, single white line, and also green string. Pre-orders opened a week before the New Year. Not officially launched just of yet, but do find them on Instagram so that you could also locate your website and place a pre-order if you are interested. Find Your Wings collab with Soul Kendamas during the recent Battle at the Border to bring you a new conditioner model. As you may or may not know, conditioner is a kendama sealant. It conditions the wood, it makes grains pop. It's kind of like pomade for cans. Find Your Wings collab with Soul to make a new version with some minor differences, a new color, a new package design. This model gives a citrus scent, like the really old conditioners. This one comes in red, of course, but even so, it will not tint or stain your can. It works just like any normal conditioner. This was launched at BATB. I am not sure if they put it up online or not. I forgot to check. But anyway, there you have it. Okay, so moving on to Japan. As you may know, in October, Canholics released a new series called The Wildflower. Now it comes with two new limited edition variants for the new year. This is called the Gold WF and also the Triple WF stripe. Both of them looks hyped and probably plays as such. I'm a big fan of the paint job. Seriously, I mean, such clean lines for a supposed one-man show. I mean, it's always nice seeing his works. Seriously. Gloken releases a new Zumadanki TK16. The same wood, same coat, same design concept as the previous version. Solid color with the Zumadanki logo at the bottom. Is that now it is inverse. So you have white on top and you have the color at the bottom with the Zumadanki logos floating around. 430 drops a Tokyo Kendama. Not much is known on this other than it's full beach and it's a 50-50 white blue tama. It is a special collaboration with Tokyo itself. I wasn't able to find out more details from Nobu other than these. If you're familiar with the Japanese instant messaging provider Line, they are really popular in Japan. They popped up, I think, in 2011. As a result of the Tohoku disaster, they've released two new series of kendamas. I think this is the first ever for Line. Anyway, it's based on their mascots. So you have the regular sized, which is Brown the bear, Coney the rabbit, and also Sally the chick. And then you have a set of minis, which is five of them in one, featuring the first three that I mentioned earlier, adding on Choco the bear and also Leonard the frog. These look amazing. The mascots are pretty cute. These are great for gifts. It adds a pretty characteristic touch to your game. Soft pastel colors and available in Japan only, I think. So if you want one, you really have to make a friend or two. Okay, so Friday Kendama drops a bunch of new line shapes. First and second, both are maple completes, natty and clear rubber. And the third one is a maple purple heart splice. And then the fourth and last one is a maple paddock combo. So do check out Friday Kendama's Instagram if you would like to get one of these. You new gen kids might not know them, but Kendama China has been in business since 2008, and they have been producing, and they're well known for the KC Winner Kendamas, KC Winner 1 and KC Winner 2. The OGs will know what they are. They've been pretty quiet in the past years. They've been putting out some stuff, but now they have two new Damas, Bamboo and Zebrano. And I had the chance to try out their stuff last year. No, not these ones, but I've had the chance to try out some Kendama China stuff last year when I was in Singapore. And I met a Chinese yo-yo player who also plays Kendamas. And they're still going on strong. They're pretty good paint and pretty good quality. And I implore you to check them out if you have the time and patience to wait for something to arrive from China. So to add to the recently released Progress line, Native adds a maple kendama to the mix. Although this one is Ken only and it is meant to complement their recently released Progress line, as I mentioned, they may not be made again, so grab it while it's hot. They've also introduced a new bearing. It's called the Native bearing. And I mean, it's a bearing. It's like any other, I think. But what really piques my interest is the packaging. I mean, so much win. And other companies could probably learn a thing or two from them. Philippine Kendama maker Philken outs three new Damas, and all three of them are triple stripe designs. And these are the second series of Damas they've made after making a comeback last month. And I think they are called the Trip series. So these are the Ocean Trip, the Reggae Trip, and also the Sunset Trip. They come with a slightly bigger 22mm Tama hole. And I congratulate you guys for coming back. Keep going at it, guys. Don't stop making kendamas. Give Philippines something to be proud of. Now, if it isn't good enough, Kendama Israel has affordable worldwide shipping at $5. I don't even know how you make that. How do you offer a flat price for worldwide shipping? I mean, they could be shipping to Alaska, and they could be shipping to Malaysia, and they could be shipping to Japan. It's still $5. How on earth does one do that? So, I mean, if this isn't bad enough for you, Kendama Israel now offers free engraving for every order you make. You can put whatever name you want, your full name, your glamorous name, your Instagram handle, your anything you want to put on your can. Kendama Israel gives it to you for free on their cans. Isn't that hype? Like, guys, it is a no-brainer. Jump on it, guys. These dudes are killing it in the retail game. Like, I don't know, they're I am so happy for Kendama Israel because they have gotten so huge since KWC and since Liad, and it is only deserving of them to go toe to toe with some of the biggest names in Kendama. Yumu previews a new line of JK approved Kendamas. These will come with a teal seal. My price prediction is about 17 and 20 USD. These are not available at the moment. Yumu is still sorting some things out. Yumu is making sure that everything is in order before they released it. But they have been kind enough to let me know that these obviously come with the standard JKA 16-2 shape. These will have 3 series. You have 6 colors for the Super Paint, 8 colors for Pro Racing, and 8 more colors with the Sticky Paint. And they come with Dama tracking. I think they look great. It's completely certified. It's competition legal. It's been in the works for a while. If you were lucky enough to spot it way back in 2016, you might have noticed that Yumu has started manufacturing some kendamas under JKA. So that's how long they've been trying to get this. And they've been doing this for 1 year to achieve recommended status, and then they have to work about 6 months plus more to achieve the fully certified status. And congratulations to you, Mo. Yet again, another company to the JKA roster. I think it's hype. I'm gonna have to collect one of each eventually in the future, and I mean, and also in a nutshell, it's predictably JKA with a slight twist, which is tracking. It's good to see JKA warming up to global trends with, as I mentioned, tracking and also stickier paying jobs. I don't know. What do you think? All right, I'm gonna move ahead to team announcements, and nothing from Kusa, Crumb, and Japan, but I can move on to others. Saul's Alex Mitchell finally bumped into the Flow team, and this is great news. Alex Mitchell has been on the street team since April 2017. He gets bumped up one rung up to the Flow team, and there he joins Ellie Koenig, and it's a well-deserved promotion for Alex. And he's been hard at work upping his game. He has some gnarly tricks on his Instagram. If you have not followed Alex Mitchell, you are missing out. And Fritz Kendama also welcomes Edwin Tickner. Just a week after launching the Falcon, Fritz picks up Edwin Tickner as pro. Congratulations. One of the biggest news of this month is that Cobra now introduces a brand spanking new pro team. This consists of three people. Of course, you know Jacob Treble. This one comes as a no-brainer. He's already a largely underrated player. Nasty tricks up his sleeve. I mean, check this one out. This one blew my brain away. Next up is Gabe Youngstrom, and I've been waiting to see. I've been waiting to see who would pick up Gabe. It sure took a while, but I think Jacob couldn't be more happier than this. The two have been close friends, and Jacob's been happy to announce Gabe into Cobra Kendama. And last but not least, CJ Martinez, the MKO 2016 runner-up, has some gnarly tricks as well, and Jacob has made a very good move by having CJ on board. All he needs to do is to follow the goddamn train, CJ. No, I'm just kidding. Congrats, dude. So of course, to celebrate this, all three have prepared edits, and it is hype. Go find them on Cobra Kendama on YouTube, and also follow them on Instagram if you have not. Okay, moving on to edits and videos. Starting off with Sweets, Alex Hirota releases a new edit. It's pretty much a recap edit. Features his favorite Instagram edits and clips, and it's layered with a really good jazz track. If you haven't followed Hirota in Insta, it is at ATK Hirota. So I mean, also side note, let's make more YouTube edits for 2018. Okay, I've seen a number of Instagram edits. Those are short, those are fun. Where this community is at, we just want to see more YouTube edits, like 3-5 minutes or more. We need to see more of those in 2018. So let's pick up the pace. And I don't know, you could, if you find it hard to shoot like tricks all at once for an edit, you could always save up some tricks. Like maybe in this week you hunt for this trick, the next week you try that trick, and just compile it up, and then be a little bit patient, and then put it up on YouTube. There's no harm in doing that. Moving on to Crumb, here's a 3-minute video of the Crumb Ayagak 2.0 release party, featuring quite a ton of red and blue lights. And I don't know what's wrong with Crumb, but they have been upping the seizure-inducing recordings lately. I don't know. I don't know. They just love these kinds of things. And just yesterday, they have yesterday at least by the time I'm recording right now, Crumb has released the Crumb Tokyo trip. And Crummies are back at it again with a new video from their recent exploit in Japan. They were there for Catch and Flow, and of course, they had to film and edit. So this is it. Moving on to Kendama USA, the Kusa team edit for December 2017 is out. It is a short 3.5 minutes of fun, and I'm digging the Candles tease from Wyatt Bray. And speaking of Wyatt Bray, he has also released a new edit called Wyatt Bray MMXVII, also means Wyatt Bray 2017. It has been a great year for him. This fine edit is how he chooses to end it, and I could not be more happy to see it. All the signature white stees, fire tricks, and let's wish him the best for 2018. DJ Kolsnik has also made a short trip to Costa Rica, and he has compiled some tricks for us. So enjoy the sight sounds and cool tricks, and also excessive exposure to water. This is TJ Kolsnik Kendama Adventures Volume 2. Moving on to the rest of the Americas, Gray in Theory releases a Santa Cruz session. So Alex Dupont, Jake Riens, and Adrian Esteban walk into Santa Cruz, drink some beer, and play Dama. And the results, well, you gotta see it for yourself. Sometimes I have some guy who commented on, I think, on YouTube. Sometimes Adrian's tricks make you rethink life. It's, I don't know, it's so much of a mind fuckery, for lack of a better word. But there you go. Wiens also then traveled to Ohio and gets to a completely frozen Lake Erie and smashes some tricks. It's cold, dude. Why would you even want to do that? Soul Kendama's Opposite Day Kendama, Painted Cups Kendama edit, is released. And this is to show the capabilities of the new Painted Cup series. Saul's street team member Jackson Andrus threw down some opposite bangers. I think those look hype. And also Kelvin Wong Kendama edit number 3, coming from another Soul Kendama street team member. Kelvin Wong shows us some nasty slayage, and it comes with a surprisingly chill beat. It should be on fire, but it's chill. It's chill. Okay, moving on to events and competitions. Sweets has announced Camp Kendama dates, and this will take place June 8 to 10, and this will take place in the east of America in Hudson, Wisconsin. And this is not really Sweets, but it's related. It's by Spike Hard Catchlow and Dave Mateo. They have also announced dates for Weekend in the Woods, and surprise, is June 7th and June 10th. So this one takes place in the west of America, Angeles Oaks, California. Seriously, it's purely coincidental. Sweets has no beef with SHL. The timing is funny, but it's how it is, right? It's the same dates as Camp Kendama. I don't know how that will work out. I guess it's west versus east, and if you guys are interested to go, you better pick one and pick well, because you can't be at two places at the same time, 2,000 miles apart, right? Kendama USA announces the winners for the all girls Kendama contest. And of course, Itami Dojo girls Rumina Yakabi and Yukiya snagged first and second place respectively. My homie from Singapore, Nicole Sia, came in third. I am so proud. Hell yes, Nicole, hell yes. Oh look, hey, they're on. And congratulations as well to the winners. All the girls sent in some really nasty edits. It is such a thrill to watch. Hold on a minute, I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna be back with you. Moving on to the Americas. Early in January, Battle at the Border took place in Nashville, Tennessee, and that is the biggest event this month. It is hosted by Salt Kendamas. It is the first major open event, the first of its kind, with a double elimination open division. Wikipedia it up and you'll find out what it is. But in a nutshell, it keeps the fun going because you get to play more longer. If you're unlucky enough to be paired with, like, for example, if I'm paired with like a Nick Stod and then I crash out in the first round, it's not fun for me, right? So that's double eliminations, and I'm glad to see it finally implemented in a major event. So There is 3 events in total, and well over 100 people attended. And there is the speed ladders, and I'm going to tell you the winners and runner-ups for each event. So starting off with the speed ladder, the beginner, congratulations to Jet Inglis for winning first place, Jetson Young on second, and Nathan Chapman on third place. Moving on to the intermediate speed ladders, congratulations Eli Ingram for winning first place, Carlos Diaz on second, and Charlie Hahn on third place. And of course, for the advanced speed ladders, congratulations again to Owen Wenzel on taking first place, Cameron Jansen on second, and Stephen Goss for third place. The freestyle event is a sponsored event, and this comes with a $250 cash prize. And Austin Donovan came in third, followed by Parker Johnson from Sweets in a close second. And Sweets obliterated the event by having Lucas Funk win first place in the freestyle event. I'm so hyped. I haven't seen Lucas compete in a while. He's been busy with studying, and he's come back with a bang, dude. Well deserved win. Congratulations, Lucas. And moving on to the open division, which also carries a $250 cash prize. Crumb's Jake Fisher came in third, followed by Pineapple Kendama's Liam Router. And finally, and I am not surprised with this, but Crumb's Bonzatron took first spot and that $250 cash, and he took it home real hard. Congratulations, Bonds. A little bit of a fun fact for you: Bonds, Liam, Jake, and also fourth place Kevin DeSoto are all BATB winners. Liam in 2017. Kevin DeSoto in 2016, and Jake Fisher in 2015. That explains the current podium, man. If you like to see this, Sweets has a full recap of the freestyle events on YouTube. It is 49 minutes long though, so if you don't mind sitting for 49 minutes and doing nothing but watching people slay, that probably is for you. But I will have to move on to Japan. And ushering in the new year, Gloken announces the dates for probably the biggest kendama event in the world, the Wood One KWC, and this will take place in 21st and 22nd July, as usual in Hatsukaichi, Hiroshima, Japan. So if you want to buy flight tickets, you might want to do so. Generally, if you are joining KWC, the tours are 2 days before and 2 days after KWC itself. And if you want to be in Japan, of course, you want to spend some extra time, some extra quality time in Japan, you might want to apply for a longer leave, or just plan accordingly. Taking advantage of KWC, the JKA also announces the World Open Kendama Festa in 2018. This will take place a week before KWC, which is 13 to 14 July. This will take place all the way up there in Tokyo. So there's 2 types of events going on. The 1 versus 1 eliminations. This is called the Fujiwara Issei Cup. And also the freestyle event. If you would like to go, again, plan accordingly. Remember that Tokyo and Osaka is 2 pretty distant places. So yeah, plan accordingly, yeah, if you want to go. And with that, I gladly call this month's edition of Kendama News Network a wrap. My name is Azrin, and till next month, stay lit and Dama on. See you guys.